In this video, how to add Android Auto to your vehicle. Any Android phone will work in any vehicle with this interface. If your vehicle does not have Apple CarPlay, take advantage of NavTool's product and install it today. It supports Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, all applications. NavTool is the only company that offers this product. This video is for the Buick Encore years 2017 to 2020. This particular demo is being shown in a GMC Yukon. However, any Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, or GMC vehicles will also be compatible with this device. They all have identical screens. The trim panel and the surroundings may look different, but the screens are all identical, therefore this device will work in any of those vehicles. This is a two-part video. Part 1, product demonstration. Part 2, product installation. This is your factory menu here. This menu is run from a computer somewhere in your car. Our device does not affect this menu at all. Our device uses the screen or monitor of the car to display Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or HDMI smartphone mirroring. None of the car's original factory settings or factory menu will be affected in any way.
To switch the screen from the factory image, so it's like, think of it as a house TV, right? This is your factory image, this is HDMI 1, right? We want to switch to HDMI 2. So from video input 1, right? Let's see the factory image that you see, it's video input 1. We want to go to video input 2. You press and hold in top left corner for a few seconds. And then you get into our menu, which comes from our module that you installed. All right? This module comes, the basic module comes with HDMI input and 4 camera inputs. If you have a factory rear view camera, it's going to work as before. You can buy optional Apple CarPlay and Android Auto module. However, if your vehicle is equipped with factory Apple CarPlay and Android Auto module, it will work as before and you don't have to purchase it. If your vehicle does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can purchase Apple CarPlay and Android module. This is optional. So we have Apple CarPlay, or you can connect Android and you have Android Auto. We'll show you. So how do you operate this stuff? So we know that it's working. This is your factory screen. Now we want to switch from factory. We want to switch from the image of the factory screen. So we want to change input. We're going to call it an input. We want to change from seeing a factory stuff to seeing our module. You press and hold the corner for a few seconds and it switches. This shows you that you're currently home button. So this is not a button, this is home position. This is your home screen. If you didn't purchase optional Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, nothing is going to be here. It's going to be grayed out. Keep in mind, if you have factory Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, it will work as before. To go back to the factory screen, it's a power button right here. Powers off our interface, switches back to the factory stuff. To go back, you press and hold. Now, settings. You can adjust brightness, reset the interface, and do some adjustments for optional Bluetooth module to control. Reboot device, click yes. Device has rebooted. Let's test out factory features. So this car has a factory camera. Factory camera works as before with all the lines. Now we added left camera. With the left turn signal, you can see left camera. This particular camera has lines. You can buy camera without lines. If you add a right turn signal camera, again, you got a right turn signal lane watch camera. The camera is not adjusted. We just installed to show you. You got camera with lines, you can buy camera without lines. And you adjust it to view anything, to see the blind spot or anything you want. We also added front camera, so in reverse you get rear camera. When you put it in drive, you have front camera. Front camera works up until 10 miles an hour. Once the vehicle reaches speed of 10 miles an hour, front camera automatically turns off and it goes back to the factory screen, so it's going to go back to that screen. So if you're on a factory screen, everything works as before without a change, and you can use it. You know, if you're using factory navigation, for example, and you're doing left turn signal and you want to see what's in your blind spot, obviously you adjust the cameras the way you like it, as much view as you want to have, but you'll be able to see left camera. That's on a factory. Now we're gonna switch to the interface. In the interface, you can do right camera. So if you're driving, you can permanently watch right camera on a screen. If you want to watch left camera when you're driving, over here, press left camera. If you want to watch forward camera, press forward camera. This car is equipped with a factory rear view camera. So when you put a rear camera, it's blank. There is an optional wire that you've seen when we did the wiring to connect the factory camera through this interface. It is not recommended because you have factory camera. So when you put in reverse, obviously you're going to see a factory camera, but you can do that. To get out of this menu, press anywhere on the screen. So if you're just driving and you want to start watching your left camera, there you go. Or you want to start watching your right camera, there you go. You can switch through all the cameras. And you can add rear view camera. There's extra wiring may be required to power up the rear camera, so that's why it's not recommended. If you really want to watch rear view camera, we recommend you installing an extra camera. It's an option, so you can, while driving, you can watch rear view camera. It's going to be an additional camera because factory camera doesn't really make sense. As you put the car in reverse, you can see most of the camera looks down. You can get the camera that has further angle. Okay, those are the factory features. HDMI, you can connect any HDMI source. You can mirror iPhone or Android devices. iPhone is recommended to mirror through Apple's own Lightning to HDMI adapter. However, you can also do mirroring of Android device or wireless mirroring device or Apple TV. Anything that has HDMI, you can connect to this. We're going to demo iPhone mirroring, but you can mirror any other phone that you like. HDMI mirroring. It mirrors everything you see on the phone. There is no limit, everything works. Netflix works, Hulu works, all applications works 100%. So whatever you see on the screen, you're going to see, exact image of that you're going to see on the car screen. So you can do Google Maps, Waze, YouTube, whatever it is you want. So let's do a YouTube video. Let's start a YouTube, and over there we have a little video clip. It's a commercial, and you get to see everything on the screen directly. There is no limit. It works Netflix, Hulu, with the only one that do HD mirroring and support all the applications. Mirroring is pretty much self-explanatory. Basically, what you see on the screen is whatever you see on the phone screen, that's what you see over there. No lag, no delays, everything works. Audio plays through car speakers, of course. That's it, that's mirroring. You can connect anything. They're just HDMI input, same as found in the back of your TV in your house, whatever you connect to HDMI, cable box, PlayStation, Apple TV. This is HDMI input. Primarily used is for mirroring. To get out of the mirroring screen, press anywhere on the screen and it's going to exit out. Now, after we exit out, we want to demo Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is identical to the one that is found in your car when it comes factory. There is no difference. It is same Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. There are two things to remember about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Number one, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto never have to be updated. All updates happen right here in the phone. Everything is updated only inside the phone, so you never ever have to worry about it. When the phone is unplugged, this is grayed out. You see it's gray. Or when you did not purchase Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. When you did purchase Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and plug in either Apple iPhone or Android phone, this lights up so you can press it and select anything you want, and on the phone it's going to say either CarPlay or Android Auto. CarPlay is always the same in every car in the world. Why? Because everything happens here in the phone. All the updates are in the phone. You never have to worry updating this. We're making this video when it's iOS 11 and it's about to be iOS 12 with support for Waze, Google Maps, and other third-party apps. This does not have to be updated. Once you update to iOS 12, it will automatically work. In 10 years, it's going to work. In 20 years, it's going to work. As long as Apple maintains it here, this will never have to be updated ever again. Let's do quick demo of Android Auto. Android Auto is same in any car. You never have to worry about Android Auto updates. Android Auto will always work no matter what. Android Auto is only updated inside the Android phone. You don't have to worry about updating the hardware of this product or anything else. It will always work no matter what. Keep in mind that any Android phone will work, and Android Auto looks identical in any car in the world. If you have factory Android Auto, you don't have to purchase the additional Android Auto module. If your vehicle does not come with factory Android Auto, then you can use this Android Auto. You got all the features here. This is the button over here. You press it, return to, gets out to the factory menu. This is to enter it. This is your phone to dial. This is back to your home screen. This is your audio, and this is your maps, and you can select here Waze or Google Maps. So you can select either Google Maps, or it's going to load up Waze for you. You can go back to the factory screen or play music or simply get out. All the apps that you can load, you load them directly from the store. So basically you go into the Play Store and you add the apps that you want. It is Android Auto just like found in any other car, because Android Auto lives only inside your phone. It does not exist anywhere else. It's full touch screen. You see I can press play and it plays. I can press pause and it pauses. I can open over here. I can close. 100% like original, because keep in mind, Android Auto is only inside your phone. So it will look identical in any car in the world that has Android Auto built in. Let's quickly demo Apple CarPlay. Keep in mind, Apple CarPlay only lives inside your phone. So Apple CarPlay is only inside here. You never have to worry about updates. iOS 12 comes out, it's going to work here. Once it's updated here, you never have to worry about updating anything over here. Today and 20 years from now, only updated inside the phone, and it's always going to work. That's how CarPlay was designed. So only one place updates, the phone. How do you control? This is just like original. If your vehicle has built-in Apple CarPlay, you don't have to purchase this. If your vehicle does not have Apple CarPlay, you can take advantage and purchase our CarPlay solution. It's 100% like original. You can swipe, or you can press down here, goes to the right, goes to the left. 100% responsive, just like original. Start the app. Over here you got recent apps, maps, tune-in radio, phone calls, all your favorite apps. You want to go home, press home. You want to get out, press home, press return to go out. We also have added for you bunch of other Siri. Press and hold and Siri comes out. Press to go back. And again, we have a lot of applications. Whatever app is available in the App Store that supports CarPlay, you can add it. This is not mirroring, this is 100% CarPlay. If you go into phone settings, you can easily rearrange the applications. We're going to go into the CarPlay, and you see over here, take a look. You see I want to move maps to the first position. Press and hold. I'm moving the map. Map is in the first position. I want to move map over here. Map is in the corner. Press return to go back to the factory screen. So let's go over the features again. You got HDMI input for any HDMI input. Apple CarPlay, Apple iPhone mirroring, Android mirroring, so you can do YouTube, Waze, Netflix, Hulu, Apple TV, anything that you want. Right camera. Again, you can use any right camera that you want and adjust it to any angle you like. Left camera, front camera, rear camera. You can use the rear view camera on this menu, but we recommend installing another camera. We don't recommend using factory rear view camera for this. Okay, automations, left turn signal, left camera, right turn signal, right camera. In reverse, you get rear view camera, and in drive up to 10 miles an hour, you got front view camera. Now, if you're in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto mode, let's say Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, again, camera automations, left turn signal, left camera, right turn signal, right camera. In drive, front camera. In reverse, rear camera. Front camera shuts off automatically when you reach the speed of 10 miles an hour. You can get out. If you are in mirroring menu, if you're mirroring a phone, same thing. All our automations work in any menu, doesn't matter where you're at. So basically, if you're in HDMI, we don't have anything connected right now, but if you're in HDMI, again, automations work. If you're just driving and you want to watch your left camera, for example, while you're driving, and then you decided you needed to park, you put in reverse, the factory rear view camera comes on. You put it in drive, the front camera comes on. Keep in mind one thing: if you did not add any of the cameras, you don't have to worry about it. So, for example, you see with left turn signal, we got left camera. With right turn signal, we got right camera, right? But if you did not add any of the cameras, nothing is going to happen. So if you're in the factory menu and I put left turn signal, you got left camera. If you did not install left camera will not turn on. In the right hand signal you see right camera. If you did not install right camera, the right camera will not turn on. In reverse, your factory camera is going to work regardless. Factory camera overrides all other features. In drive, you got front camera. If you did not install front camera, nothing is going to appear. It's going to go back to the screen. So, if you did not install left or right turn signal cameras, left or right turn signal will not change any of those menus. It will just show you the factory screen. If you're in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto mode, again, if you're in Android Auto, left turn signal left camera, right turn signal right camera. If you did not install any of the cameras, nothing's going to change.
What's in the box?
Okay, you will receive an interface. It has main plug, 2 digital plugs to send HD video image to the screen, all original plugs, HDMI input, USB for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto or charging, status LEDs, programming port. Then you got optional Bluetooth for programming. It's a Bluetooth module. You can program the interface wirelessly or use it if you want to control your smartphone through touchscreen. Installation is very simple. You will receive a main plug like this. This main plug plugs it into the unit, just like this. You have audio output that connects to car audio system, so you can hear audio from Apple CarPlay, Android Auto or mirroring. You have 4 camera inputs. You can add up to 4 cameras, and if you're installing Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you have a microphone input to install a microphone. So 4 camera inputs. You can install extra cameras or don't install any. If you have factory rear view camera will work as before without any changes. So you don't have to do anything for factory camera to continue to work. Then you got this cable that's installed at the vehicle's radio module. You got this connector that plugs it together with this, and this connects to the screen module. Then you got a second connector, we're going to show you all in details, that connects to the radio module. It has a single lead that also on this same harness. You got single connector for this. So this has a long wire over here. You see that long wire? So you can install this at the radio module and route the long wire to the screen module and connect them together like this, because this cable connects to the screen module and then connects to the main interface harness. And then you got 2 digital cables. They plug in over here into the module. And this plugs in into the screen module, and the factory cable from the screen module plugs in here. Okay? So, one more time. Very simple and easy installation. This cable plugs into the 16-pin harness at the screen module, and it has two connectors at the end. You take the interface's main harness that is 100% plug and play. If you're not adding any cameras, you don't have to do anything, and you plug them together. So the screen module plugs into the interface main harness. The interface's main harness plugs into the module like this. Then you got another harness that plugs in at the radio module. We're going to show you all the locations. It has that long wire with a single wire at the end with a 4-pin connector, and that plugs in together here to the connector that connects into the screen module. And then you got these two digital cables that plug into the module, and they plug in. This plugs in into the screen module, and the factory cable from the screen module plugs in here. This interface is installed at the screen module. There's plenty of space in any Buick, Chevrolet, GMC, or Cadillac to install this. So all of this is installed at the screen module, except this cable with a single pin is installed at the radio module, and it comes with a very long cable. You're going to open this zip tie, and you're going to have very long cable so you can route this to any location you like. We're going to show you exactly how it's installed step by step. This is just a short preview.
All interfaces must be updated before use. In some cases, if you do not update the interface, the radio will not even turn on. First, click Find Device. Make sure that the interface is connected to your Windows or Mac computer using a USB data cable. Make sure that you have a data cable and not simply a charging cable. If your interface is connected using a data cable and click Find Device, you will have options appear here. This menu indicates that your unit is connected to the computer properly. First, let's select the software. For this demonstration, we will use a 2013 Cadillac CTS as an example. Click Search. As you see, there is one software available. Highlight the software by clicking on it and click Install. Now we wait for the installation process. Once it's complete, we can move on to step 2, which is configure camera or video settings. This process should only take about 30 seconds. Keep in mind we have remote support available up in the top right of the screen. NavTool is able to access your computer and help you along with the process if you're having trouble. When software installation is complete, you will see this screen. Go ahead and click Close. Now let's go ahead and move on to step 2, which is configure camera settings. The first step, we want to select Turn on HDMI Wireless CarPlay Android Auto Video Input. If we have any of these features, we're going to want to select this. On the left side of the screen, we're going to want to select any cameras that were not already equipped in the car. For example, if your car has a factory rear view camera, you do not need to select that. On the right side of the screen, you want to select any factory cameras your car has. For example, if your car came with a factory rear camera, this is where you would select that. So let's say for our demonstration's purposes, our 2013 Cadillac CTS came with a factory rear view camera. However, we installed front, left, and right facing cameras. This is how the configuration should look. Next, we scroll down. On the left-hand side, we have forward-facing camera settings. You have two options. The first is manual. This means that the forward-facing camera can only be turned on manually by the driver. The second option is manual speed check. This option is good for parallel parking. If you put the car in reverse, the rear-facing camera will come on. If you put the car back into drive, the front-facing camera will automatically turn on at any speed up to 10 miles an hour. On the right-hand side, you have settings for left and right lane watch cameras. These settings are only for aftermarket cameras that you've added to the car. The first option is manual, which means the cameras can only be activated manually by the driver. The second option is manual without speed check, which means the left and right lane watch cameras can be turned on at any speed. The last option is manual with speed check, which means the left and right lane watch cameras are automatically displayed with the use of the left and right turn signals, and your speed is above 50 miles per hour. When all the settings are complete and correct, go ahead and click Save Settings and then Close. Next, you have on-screen display settings. These are the settings of the 4 camera inputs. This is basically the display name for each of the cameras. You can make it input 1 or front camera, input 2 or rear camera, etc. If you're using the basic 4 cameras, front, back, left, and right, we find it's easier to just leave them as the camera name. Also, deselect all of the options on the left regarding overlay text. Once you're happy with your settings, go ahead and click Save Settings. Feature activation is only available in certain vehicles, so go ahead and disregard it. And that's it, you're finished. Go ahead and disconnect the interface from the computer and proceed with the installation. Vehicle disassembly.
This panel comes out very easy. You open the armrest. Over here, you got this panel that comes out. So you simply open it with a plastic tool like this, just to release this panel. Now that you release this panel from the back, just pull it up and it's going to come out. And it's just clips. They're metal clips, so you can remove this panel as many times as you want. So just give it a pull and it comes out. The radio module is located up here. You can access the connectors. You see, there's nothing there. We're going to show you what's behind there. In this particular car, it's easy to access radio module. You open the glove box, you drop it down. Don't forget to remove the release. So you got on this side, you got this release over here. Let me show it to you. The release, you got to remove it. I'll show it to you in a second. Once you open the glove box, behind the glove box you'll find the panel that comes out. And I'm going to show you this panel is very easy. You got screws 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over here on the side you got a 6th screw. So you're going to remove those screws, so this is just the cover panel that comes out. And then you're going to go and you're going to find the module. It's sitting behind this metal bar. So you see the metal bar over here behind the glove box. And the module sitting right there behind the bar. You see right there, you see this blue plug? That's the module you need right there. It's sitting behind the metal bar in this car. So you open the glove box, you'll see the metal bar, not in front, but behind towards the engine bay. And you need the blue plug and you need the 16-pin gray plug. Alright, these are the 2 plugs that you need. So we're going to unplug them and access them. We're going to show you. So this is right there. You see? Green, blue. This is the module that you need right there.
Interface installation.
This module right here is the radio module. You need that 2nd connector, that green connector, that big large green connector. In some radios, it's not even there. The gray one is the one that you need. That is the connector that you need for all your installations. This one right here. So that's what we're going to be working with. You're going to see in the next slide, you're going to see the picture of the radio module, and it's identical in every car. Now that you have unplugged this wire, you take the supplied one. So that's your radio module. You just seen a picture of the radio module. That is your radio module. This is where you're going to plug in this cable that we gave you. So you're going to plug in the supplied cable as follows. We're going to go ahead and plug in this. You plug in what you unplugged previously from, and then you're going to plug in this back into the radio module. So okay, and now you have the single long wire, because your radio module can be located anywhere in the car, right? So you have left with the single module. In this particular car, we need to run it from the back all the way to the glove box, alright? But we're just doing the testing, so before we want to close the car up, we want to test that everything works. But you have an opening behind here to go directly into the glove box, so you're not going to have any problems of sending this cable directly behind the glove box. But that's your entire installation. It's all plug and play, and you have the plug and play connector in the back. Now we need to go behind the glove box and find the screen module. In this car, it's behind the glove box. In some cars, radio module and the screen modules are together. It depends, but they're usually close by. In some cars, you can have a screen module in the front, a radio module in the trunk, but that's just a couple of cars, like Cadillac CT6 and similar. All Chevys have it pretty much in the front. All Chevy Silverados have it right here in the front. Chevy trucks, pickup trucks, basically in the front. SUVs have it one here, one behind the glove box. So now we're going to go look at the radio module. Go ahead and unplug the blue cable behind the at the screen module. Take this cable, plug it into the blue cable that you unplugged. Take this cable, plug this and back into the screen module. Okay, so we now have two ends. You're going to take the module and you're going to plug those ends in. Before we do that, we also have this cable. This cable right here. You're going to unplug the black cable. You're going to plug the black cable in here. And you're going to plug this end back into the screen module. Okay? We got two cables and we got two ends over here. The single wire that you ran from the other side, you're going to plug in here together. You're going to take, you got one end left. You take the main harness that plugs into the box. It has all the RCAs if you're adding extra cameras. And you're going to plug it in here. It's like a puzzle. It all connects together. You can't go wrong because all connectors are different. It's hard to miss. Okay, now we have plugged in everything together. All we got left are your three ends. And they're all different. Take your interface, plug in the main harness. Your installation is done. That's it. It takes a couple of minutes to install the whole interface. You can plug in your mirroring or anything else into this module and you're ready to go. Whether it's CarPlay, Android Auto, or mirroring or cameras, your installation is done. It's 100% plug and play. After you finish the installation and you test everything, reassemble the vehicle and enjoy the product.
Thank you for watching. Please click the link on the left to subscribe to the channel, or click the link on the right to watch the full video.